Hi, I'm Tara, and this is your happy horoscope for the Taurus season. I know I'm a couple of days late because the sun moved into Taurus back late on April 19th. But I just kind of got caught unawares, to be honest. It was just all of a sudden it was there, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" How I felt like we just got done with the full moon, and then all of a sudden, bam! The sun moved into Taurus. And I think the reason for that is because it was a very active Aries season. Aries 2022 was very, very energetic, super fiery energy with a lot going on, I think, for all of us. And I feel like a lot of that, I think we're going to see that continue throughout 2022, where all of the energies and all of the signs are just going to feel very extra. And I mean, that's because the last couple of years have been so very different for us. I mean, 2 years ago when the shutdown happened, it happened right before the Aries season, right before the new astrological year. So, when that Aries energy moved in, it sort of didn't have anywhere to go because we didn't have anywhere to go. And we were, dealing with something that most of us had never experienced before. And that's how it's been for the last couple of years. So, I think we've been using energies that come to us a little bit differently, and the energies have felt a little bit different. And now, 2022, we're kind of going, we're coming out of that and we're starting anew. And I think that's why the energies are just they're going to be feeling really super beneficial, and you want to be aware of that, and you want to be using it for your benefit. You want to make sure that you're not feeling overwhelmed by it. I'm a fire sign, and I can usually handle just about anything, but even I felt very overwhelmed this particular Aries season. It just felt like everything just kept coming and coming and coming. Like I said, it was the end of it's almost the end of April, and I was like, what happened? So, yeah. So just be aware that energies are very vibrant right now, and you want to be using those for your benefit. Okay. So let's talk about Taurus energy. And just before we start talking about the reading and about the energies, just remember this is a general reading. It's for everybody. It doesn't matter if your sun sign is in Taurus or you have any of your signs in Taurus. The sun is in Taurus. We're all going to be feeling that energy. Some people feel it differently than others. For some, it may feel more comfortable. For some people, more uncomfortable, or, that's just how but the reading that I do and the energies that I talk about are just kind of the general atmosphere that we're all experiencing right now. Okay. So Taurus energy. I love Taurus energy. It's an earth sign. It's my favorite earth sign. Comes right after Aries. It's almost like Aries gets us moving, and then Taurus says, hey, wait a minute. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what we've got. Let's enjoy it. Taurus is dependable, dedicated, hardworking kind of energy, stubborn energy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's good to be stubborn about certain things. A little flexibility is always wisest, but when you know what you want and you're working towards that, stick to it. That's what Taurus energy can help you do. One of my favorite things about Taurus, and I think what is going to be very prominent for us right now, is that Taurus is all about contentment. Taurus energy is about just feeling satisfied with what you have and where you are. Taurus works hard, and Taurus wants to enjoy what it's worked for. That's how we should be feeling. Finding that contentment. Taurus is also a very extravagant energy. Taurus likes the finer things in life, and we all deserve that. And the finer things in life mean different things to different people. Okay, so it's really all about you. And as you may know, if you've watched my other videos, what I like to do before I do the reading is I like to do a little bit of a little meditating, a little reflecting on the energies that are coming and kind of what they mean for us, with this particular season, because every time the sun moves into Taurus, it's always a little bit different. So I got a very, very loud and clear message. It's all about the heart. Everything during this season should be coming from your heart. It's very heart-centered energy. What do you love? What do you love to do? Where do you love to go? Who do you love to be with? Those are the things that you should be surrounding yourself with. And most importantly, those are the things that you should be focusing on, the things that you love. You don't want to be focusing your energy on things that aren't as important. You want to stay as positive as possible. And when you're thinking about, I mean, let's say you have a moment where a thought crosses your mind. It's an unpleasant thought. It happens to all of us. You can move that thought along. You have all that power. You're in control of your mind. You're in control of your own happiness. And Taurus wants to remind you of that. You're the one in charge of your own contentment. So when a thought comes across and it doesn't feel that great, push it aside and bring in a thought that does feel great. And I'm not even just talking about thoughts. I'm talking about actions. Go and do the things you love. Spend time with the people you love. Whatever it is that brings you joy and contentment, that's where you want to be focusing your energy during this particular season. As you know, this is kind of clumsy as I'm doing this now because I put it too far away. But as you may also know, I work with this particular deck, the Chakra Zodiac Healing Oracle, my favorite deck. I've been using it forever. But even I'm sometimes surprised when I pull a card because I forget what the card says, especially if it's one that I haven't seen. And when I took Taurus out, because I always take the energy that's dominant out of our reading because we've already got that energy, creator. That's who you are right now. You are the creator of your life. You are the creator of your contentment, of your happiness. And if there are things there, and I'm sure that there are, that you're not feeling that satisfied with, you're not feeling that good about, just don't focus on it right now. Focus on other things. The more that you focus on the things that you love, on the things that bring you joy, the more things like that will come to you. That's how it works. And that's why it's so especially important right now that you stay positive, that you stay focused on the happy things, and you try to just take yourself away. Even if it's only for like a moment, take yourself away from anything that isn't feeling that good and focus on something that is feeling good. Also, before I do our reading, there is one super important transit that I want to talk to you about. We have, on April 30th, we're going to have a black new moon in Taurus that is also going to be a partial solar eclipse. This is super powerful, crazy good energy. New moons are always great. They're new beginnings. So you've got a new moon in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is all about contentment. New opportunities for you to feel content. New opportunities for you to be able to treat yourself, if that's what it is that you're looking for. New opportunities for you to find things that you love. And I really want you to pay attention on that date, on April 30th. Do whatever you can to stay positive. Because the energy that day, it's I've said this before, the universe has its own timing. It doesn't go by our timing. So don't think to yourself, oh, on April 30th, boom, everything's going to change. It doesn't work like that. How it works is the energy starts flowing, and it's going to take you along with it. You want it to take you to where you want to go. And you do that by focusing on the positive place where you are now. I don't even want you to be thinking about where it is that you want to go, what you want in your future, because that's not going to help you with this particular energy, okay? With this new moon solar eclipse, you want to be satisfied in the here and the now. And let that draw more good stuff to you. Okay? Eclipses are always, now a solar eclipse is when the moon is blocking the sun from the earth. So the moon is all about our emotions. Your emotions are blocking your outer self, if you will. Okay? So that means the sun is going to be shining a little bit brighter. That energy is going to be a lot more energetic because it's trying to get through your emotions. It's trying to say to your emotions, hey, let's meet up. Let's join up. You be happy inside, you be happy outside. And then we've got a perfect kind of, it's a perfect storm of happiness, if there is such a thing. I'll make such a thing. What the heck? It's a perfect storm of happiness and contentment and good stuff that will be coming for you. So be happy in the present. Be content. Find those things that you love to do. That particular day, go do something that you love to do. It doesn't have to be for the whole day. It could just be for a few minutes. Maybe if you love to travel, start looking at websites. Start thinking about planning a vacation. Wherever your mind goes, that's where you are in the present. Okay? So you don't have to physically be there. If you can, that's great. But you want to keep yourself grounded, present, and positive during this particular new moon. And it's called a black new moon because it's the second new moon in April. So that's just kind of a double dose of new beginnings in April. So this is really powerful, positive, new beginning energy that you want to work with. And as a kind of an added bonus, you've got Venus and Jupiter on that same day in a conjunction. So they're kind of like sitting next to each other, all friendly and cozy, in the sign of Pisces, the sign of our imagination, the sign of dreams. And Jupiter and Venus are very comfortable, okay? Venus is the planet of love. Venus is also the planet of money. And the reason, a lot of people are surprised by that. The reason that Venus is the planet of money is because that's what we use to enjoy our material lives. And that's what it's all about. I'm talking about physical manifestations here. I'm talking about bringing good things to you in the physical world. Okay? And this energy, it's really going to be powerful. So I really hope that you will do whatever you can to, say to yourself on April 30th, you know what? I'm going to be happy. Not faking it, but really, truly feeling content and satisfied and happy because that's what you deserve to be. So go for that energy, okay? So let's take a quick look at our reading, okay? So the first card that I draw is always the energy that is moving away from us during this time. And, oh, interesting. That card is Cancer, the Nurturer. Because the light kind of blinds it a little bit. Cancer, the Nurturer. So the sign of Cancer it's sort of considered the sign of motherhood because it's about taking care of other people. It's also about taking care of yourself, but that's why it's called the Nurturer. I feel like in this instance, the reason that this energy is moving away from us is because this is a time when you are meant to focus on yourself. It's time to be a little bit selfish and maybe treat yourself as good as you would treat others. Make yourself as happy as you would make other people happy. Whoever it is that you're taking care of, whether it's family or it's friends or it's co-workers or it's a job or whatever it is, take that energy and turn it towards you as well. And put yourself first. So you want to be a little selfish this month, and you know, you want to be treating yourself really well and loving yourself just the way that you are, because that's how the universe feels about you. Okay, so the next card we draw tells us where we are in the present energy, or kind of where the energy is going to be focused in the present. Oh, this is nice. So this particular card, this is the sacral chakra, feel your emotions. Okay, technically earth signs are not always very emotional. They're actually sort of the opposite of emotional. But the sacral chakra is a really good energy to work with Taurus energy. It lies between the root and the solar plexus, so it's kind of your lower belly area, and it's the place of desires, sensuality, contentment, satisfaction. These are all things that come from your sacral chakra. So that's something that you want to be thinking about. What satisfies you? And go and do those things, or find a way to have those things happen for you. Okay, that's where you want to be in the present moment, focusing on what feels good to you. And then the last card that we draw, well, technically it's not going to be the last card, but anyway, the last card that we draw for the overall season, that kind of tells us where the energy is taking us. And, oh, this is interesting. So we've got Uranus, major life changes. This card came up as the final card in another reading. I think it might have been the first reading we did with Pisces, where, you know, definitely this year is taking us on a fantastic journey. And it's going to take you to where you will be your best self, your happiest self, your true self. And I think this just wants to remind us, focus on being that person right now. And see how your life changes. See how your life flows once you are being that person. It's time to be true to yourself. And instead of you changing the world, nope, wait, I said that wrong. Forget what I just said. Instead of the world changing you, you're going to change your world. Okay? That's what that's all about. I drew a bonus card for the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, because that's going to be such powerful energy. I wanted us to have a little bit of guidance from the universe for it. So, oh, very nice. So this card that came up, this is the transmutation hand chakra card. Okay. Most of us think about the 7 typical chakras, but there's many, many more chakras. And one of the most important chakras are our hand chakras. That's what we create with. Hello, look at who's going together so nicely. Okay? Transmutation is taking something and turning it into something else, something better, something more satisfying, something that you will love even more than you already love. This is all about creating your own life. This is all about creating your own happiness. And that's why this card came up. You're the creator. You've got the energy. The universe is supporting you. So go ahead and create. Now, what I also like to do is I like to draw a card from another deck, just outside of my little universe, my little zodiac cards here. See what else the universe wants us to know, okay? And the deck I chose this month, sorry about that, Clyde. The deck I chose this month is Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light Oracle cards. And basically I chose this because I just really loved the colors. When I came home the other day, the colors just kind of drew me in, and I said, you know what? This just feels like happy, spring, light-filled energy. And one thing that I really love about this deck, I got to take all the cards out, hold on. On the inside of the box, you probably can't say it, it says, you are the Oracle. I always believe that. I always believe that these readings that I do, whether I do a personal reading for someone or I'm just doing a general reading, I always feel like I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. I feel like we already know what's important to us. We already know what we deserve. We already know the happiness that we deserve, but we forget. Life has a way of doing that to us. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's very easy to forget who we are, what we're all about, what's most important to us. So I like to think that these readings are a reminder that the universe wants you to be your true self. And your true self is what makes the world a better place. It makes your life the best it can be, and it makes the whole world better. So let's take a look and see what card came out for. Okay. So this particular card is protection, okay? And what the card says is call back your power. This is what I'm talking about. Remember who you are. Cut the cords. Whatever's holding you back. Do it mentally. It's anything that you're thinking negatively about. That is a cord that you don't need. So get rid of it. Soul retrieval. Find your way back. If you feel like you're lost. There's a lot of people out there. I find that lately I'm attracting more of those people into my life. People that are just doing what they are meant to do, and that you can see how happy they are and how fulfilled they are. And that's how I believe all of us are meant to be, and all of us are meant to be living our lives. And what this card is letting you know is that the universe has your back, and the universe is protecting you. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be lighthearted. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to trust yourself, trust your instinct, treat yourself well. Definitely treat yourself well during Taurus season, because that's what Taurus is all about, treating themselves well. So you go right ahead and do it. You deserve it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share. You know, I'm not always so good at checking on my comments, but I will do my best, and I will try. And if you have questions, I will get back to it. It may not be like super quick, but I will get back to you. And I'm wishing you a very happy, joy-filled Taurus season. Be good to yourself, be good to others, and that's how we all make the world a better place. Wishing you lots of love and light.